La Resortera.
Here we are for another week. It is a special week because it is Semana Santa.
Yes.
So no guests wanted to come this week because it is Semana Santa and they are normal people and not working, and here we are.
Well, we work a lot.
We do, and we like to make our podcast, and it's fun for us.
Yes, and it's terapéutico.
Yeah, therapeutic.
Yes.
Yes.
So welcome everybody. Today we're gonna talk about Semana Santa. To brief you in, Semana Santa, it's basically for us Catholics, because I am Catholic. When Jesus get betrayed on a Thursday, dies on a Friday, and he comes back to life on a Sunday. So we celebrate, his process. And in Costa Rica, Thursday and Friday are holidays, so people don't work. A lot of people get vacation from Monday to Wednesday, and they just get the whole week to have it off.
They do. And I believe that there was a holiday on the Friday before.
Yeah, el 11 de Abril, which is Juan Santa Maria's day. I don't know if it actually lands on that day, but I think they move it to Friday.
Yeah, it's on Friday. So.
Oh yeah, it's on Friday. So Juan Santa Maria, it's on Friday the 11th, which is a day off. Then you have Saturday, Sunday. Excuse me. And some people ask for vacation Monday and Tuesday, so they just have
exactly
from the 11th to, and they go back to work on the 21st.
Yeah. So imagine, like, whenever I first of all advise none of my clients to come during Semana Santa, because I work with people that are moving to Costa Rica. So for me, in this case, if I have someone coming down on a scouting trip during this time or a move, they're not going to get a good idea of what the country's really like the rest year round.
Crazy on the beach side.
Exactly, the beach side. So the traffic commences. Okay, maybe Semana Santa starts on Monday, but people start that Friday, that Thursday night. Yeah. Everyone's, on their taking their vacations. Everyone's leaving the city. They're going to Guanacaste. They're going south. They're going everywhere, right? Yep. So the roads, it's not a good time to come. My parents always insist on coming this time. I don't know why they always insist on coming this time.
But yeah, you told me they're coming on the 17th.
Because Ksenia's off school. I think they got confused with the dates, but I just didn't tell them. I was like, that's good. At least they're coming at the end of Semana Santa. So yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I tell people traffic, right before, and then, by that Monday morning after, you should be okay. But I'm just imagining the line of cars that are going to be going back to the airport Sunday night.
Oh yeah, coming back from the beach. Because even weeks ago, I was up in La Fortuna, and I came down through Oratina and got on the highway to come, to get to the coastal highway. There was a line of cars from there all the way to Jaco. Yeah.
So I imagine people sat for 3 hours just trying to get, doubled or tripled their drive time.
The drive time from Guanacaste to San Jose is 7 to 9 hours.
Oh my God. No, I can't. That's why I come up here a night early. I can't. Tears in traffic. We did a whole episode on traffic. So if you don't want to be in tears in this traffic, accidents.
Yeah.
People are partying. There's drinking going on. Actually, I had one client ask me the other day, we're coming down and I'm going to have some family. We're just worried that, maybe none of the bars will be open and we can't have fun. I'm like, oh, don't worry.
Everything will be open.
Y'all are going to be on the coast.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of fun to be had if that's what you're looking for. But Semana Santa, it's really supposed to be, a religious holiday.
Yeah, like holiday where you reflect, and there is a lot of process. How can you tell procesiones in English?
Processions, like religious processions?
Exactly. There's a bunch of them on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Yeah. So actually, can you tell us about what would be then some of the traditional cultural things? Because I live by the beach. So what I see from Semana Santa is a bunch of people coming and they're there to party and they're having a blast and then they're going home. So what is the actual true meaning?
When I was a kid, we will have on Thursday La Quema de Judas. Judas is the guy that kisses Jesus and sells him out for coins to the people that crucify him. So Judas can I mean, he feels bad for what he done, so he hangs himself. So on Thursday, that's the day that Judas died. Uh, like I said, long time ago, I haven't seen this anymore. They used to hang like un maniquí, like a maniquí on a tree.
Like a mannequin on the tree?
Like a mannequin on the tree, and they will set him on fire.
Oh,
So it was called La Quema de Judas.
okay.
That was on a Thursday. And on a Sunday, it's la. Oh no, on a Friday, they will do la procesión del trayecto a la crucificación de Jesús.
The procession of the
Of,
procession of them walking
of
for
him
the
walking
crucifixion of Jesus.
Exactly.
Okay.
And in some places could be very dramatic because they even hire like actors to do the whole thing.
Wow.
So it's pretty, it's a pretty nice way of seeing, what actually went down. And then on Sunday, la procesión de resurrección of
Okay.
Jesus.
And then Sunday's the resurrection.
Yeah, but as a kid, I used to go a lot to these things. Not anymore. My wife does go, I believe, Friday and Sunday for the past few years. But it's kind of like that Costa Rican tradition.
Nice. Do you feel like those traditions are still as strong now as they were when you were a kid?
No. These generations, and I can kind of count myself in, taking more to relax, to lay back, to vacation. Like because of my work, I don't take it off. Like it's one of the busiest season because people is still flying in. Costa Ricans are going out. Accidents happen, flat tires, a bunch of stuff. Last minute situations that I have to handle. So what I do is I stay at my house and I go to the pool that we have in the condo that I live at. So, but to be honest with you, yeah, these traditions are getting are being loose. And if you go to these procesiones, what you see is all people, like people from their 40s through their 50s and up. Like you don't see young kids.
Yeah. Okay, good question for you that I think would be helpful for others. Because I heard something about this the other day. So if someone's in a rental car and they have an accident, what needs to happen? Like what do they need to do?
If you're a customer of mine, call me.
Well, yeah, call you.
Yeah, always. Like if you're in a car rental situation, flat tire, dead battery, whatever, and you're my client.
No, if they collided with another car rear-ended them, or they rear-ended
like
the
I
car,
said,
what do they need to do?
Like I said, if you're a customer of mine, call me. I'll tell you what to do. If you're just with any other, rental car, call the cops, call the agency,
Insurance.
the insurance agency. Now in Costa Rica, before we just had INS. Now there's a bunch of
different ones. Yeah.
Lots of different ones. So you gotta make sure you call them. Get your paperwork. It doesn't matter if you have basic insurance or full cover. You always need to get the paperwork from the cops and from the insurance. Because when you go back to return the car, let's say the car is drivable, like nothing like bad happened to the wheels or to the engine like that, and the car is drivable. When you return the car, you're gonna need the paperwork because
From the accident, you're gonna need the accident report.
The accident report, exactly.
Okay, so what if the car's totaled? Does the rental agency typically send an agent out then to deal with it and bring a new car for the person?
When the car is wrecked, I mean, when the car is not drivable.
Yeah.
Then you have to call the car rental agency.
Well, yeah. Either way, no matter what, you have to call the car rental agency. You get that?
Not necessarily. Again, if it's just a normal hit, like where there's no,
Oh, yeah.
like where you need to call like ambulance or like the car is drivable, just call the cops, call the insurance because they will give you the number for the insurance and hit the road. Like if the car is not drivable or someone were injured, like they needed like ambulance transport, all that, yeah, definitely call the car rental company. Like, and this is why I always tell my customers, if something were to happen, call me so I can advise you on what to do, what steps to follow. First question is, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, tell me what happened. No, I was in a presa and someone hit me from behind.
Mhm.
Okay, don't let him go. Take pictures of that other car license plate. Take picture of your license plate. Take pictures of the hit, and call the police and call the insurance, and we'll take it from there.
What if the insurance doesn't speak English?
Call me.
Do they also, like, is that something that you would
I
help
tell them to
with?
call me. Yeah, I tell them to call me, and that's part of my service. My service is very personalized, and I focus on making sure that people don't get ripped off or get the best experience. So yeah.
Now, should the person move the car? Because, okay, my
No.
perspective in asking you these questions is because in the United States or other countries, things are done different, and I want people to know that, like, okay, if it's a situation where they have to call the police and call insurance, should they move the car?
No, don't move it
There we
until
go.
the police and the cop says you're good to move the car.
Exactly.
Don't touch the car, leave it as it is. And again, that's what I'm saying. If you're a customer of mine, call me. If not, follow the whatever procedure your car rental company gave you. But most of the time, the two most things that you gotta do is call the cops, call the insurance, and bring all the paperwork. Here's the thing, and it happened to me last week. Customer said, "Hey, I got insurance through my credit card," and I just went back to the car rental office, and they're trying to charge me $1,000 for the deductible, and I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta pay that because when you book the car with me, I offer you basic insurance, full coverage. And you say, no, I'll take basic. Full coverage has zero deductible. Basic has a deductible. So I told the customer, you got to pay here and all the paperwork that they're going to give you, you're going to bring it back home and you're going to present that to your bank. And then you file a claim back to get your money back with your bank after, showing all the paperwork. But here you got to pay. So that's something that gets people confused sometimes.
Totally. That's good. I just want people to know, like, what to do. So if you're here in Semana
Yeah.
Santa, if something happens, because car accidents
Oh,
happen,
yeah.
and that's why sometimes you see these huge traffic accidents, or no, sorry, all this traffic, because when an accident happens, if the lane's closed or both lanes are closed, no one's moving
Yep.
until the police get there, until
And move the
ambulance,
cars.
until they say insurance sometimes has to. A lot of times, insurance has to come out.
Yep.
They have to send someone.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes these police or whoever aren't coming, they could be coming from an hour
Oh, yeah.
away. They could be
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
from an hour and a half away. So that's why you get these crazy pileups. It's not a situation where you're going to have an accident. And okay, let's just move off the side of the road if we can and then deal with it.
No,
And
it
no.
doesn't work like
You
that.
have to leave everything right there. And that's pretty tough because most of Costa Rica is 2 lanes.
Yeah.
The majority of this country is 2 lanes.
And that's where the traffic craziness begins.
Exactly. So, and then a lot of accidents do happen during Semana Santa because of
People.
accidents. You have people who aren't used
I
to
also
driving,
want
you have drinking.
I don't know why for the last couple of weeks we've been having lots of flat tires or problem with tires. I don't know if because the roads is way too hot. Or for whatever reason, we've been having a bunch of flat tires. People go like, "Yeah, I have road assistance. Have someone come out to change my tire."
Interesting.
We can do it, but it might take hours.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How far is that agent coming out to do that? Just take
Exactly.
care of it
So
yourself.
my advice is, one, if you're capable, change the tire by yourself. If not, ask for any tico to help you out with change a tire. Ticos and Costa Rican people love to help people out on situations like this.
Yeah, they do.
And once you change the tire, then go to the closest office, the nearest office to where you're at, and they'll just repair it or give you a new car or whatever. But don't just wait out there and sit on the car for hours to have someone come help you out because you have road assistance.
No.
Use road assistance when the car completely doesn't work or the brakes or it's throwing smoke out of the engine, something like that. For flat tires, change it yourself. Ask for like in the road, like, hey, help.
Exactly.
Help
Someone
me.
usually will stop. We've been stopped.
Definitely.
I've been stopped before on the road.
I
and
stopped
people
many
stop
times.
And, oh, you need help? Oh, no, I'm okay.
I have
already
stopped
someone's
many
coming.
times, or someone is already helping me. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So ticos are very, very helpful with that.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yes, that's one of the.
Yeah. So that would be another safety. So, yeah, I would just say driving. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that people talk to me about is, oh, man, sometimes driving in Costa Rica can be complicated. We've talked about driving in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So with Semana Santa, more people on the roads, driving can just become more
What do you
complicated.
do in Semana Santa?
What do I do? I mean, usually my parents come now because my daughter's out of school.
Uh-huh.
Actually, we're going to go to Monteverde.
Okay,
So that'll be fun. I haven't been up there since I was pregnant.
nice.
So, but just for part of the time, and then the rest of the time.
Have they ever been to the hanging bridges?
My dad has. So me and my dad did all that stuff. So my dad and I went to Monteverde.
Take
years
them
ago.
to do ATVs. In
My dad
Monteverde.
would like that. Yeah.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
ATVs in Monteverde because they take you to the mountain, to the las vacas, the cows, and it's a nice ride.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll
ATVs.
see. It'll be fun. And then yeah, so I'm gonna work part of the week, give my employees off part of the week, and then I'll be taking off since my parents
Well,
are coming a little bit more after.
That's the
Semana
thing.
Santa.
In my business, we work 365 years. I mean, 365 days a year.
Yeah, I mean, I never
We-
even mentally, you're always still on.
Yeah, no, but we actually work all the
You do. I know.
all year.
I mean, I try to take time off. I mean, yeah, I try to take time off. I didn't really get my December, January like slowdown break. Normally those would be my slow months, but they were not slow. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I want to ask you now that Semana Santa is coming up. What are your thoughts on in the news lately? We have seen that tourism is falling a little bit. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, I know we talked a little bit about it weeks ago with Richard. Maybe
Yep.
I think things can be a little bit more expensive in Costa Rica if you don't know where to go or how to do things. So once you but if you know the ins and outs, you can make it way more affordable.
But do you really think it's gonna go down like that, as they're saying it in the news?
I don't know. I mean, I was in Manuel Antonio weeks ago, and I asked like the guy because I knew the guy who rents us the chairs from years ago when I lived there, and I was like, "Oh, how's it been this season?" And he was like, "It's been kind of slow." So even there, like Manuel Antonio is a pretty usually busy park area. He told me it's been slow. I don't do much with tourism, but I have asked around. What about you with the car rentals? Have you seen?
Well, as of right now, as we speaking of today, we're receiving less inquiries, but the ones that inquire do book.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out of the country not long ago, and I was asking the shuttle driver to the agency, and he was like, "Man, we've been busy every day."
Been busy.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good. I mean, it's steady. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe not as many people are just traveling right now. And I mean, the world's getting kind of expensive too. I know we've talked about that. So maybe people don't have it within their budget to do these vacations all the time.
Well, again, if you are coming to Semana Santa, first of all, I hope you guys have nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
The weather usually in Semana Santa is good. Oh, you know what's a funny Semana Santa? Not tradition, but it usually happens. I don't know why. Tiembla.
Oh, earthquake.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
And some people say it's because of, Jesus dying those days.
Yeah.
Some people say it's because of the weather gets, usually Semana Santa is too hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's way too dry here in Costa Rica. So people say that las placas are way too hot, like down there, and that's when they shake to accommodate themselves.
Could be. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, April, it's like a month where a big temblor could come up.
Yeah.
You ever experienced a big temblor?
I mean, the little ones here in Costa Rica, I always enjoyed them so far. But
Well, there was one temblor last week in Quepos. Did you feel that one?
I always miss them. Sometimes I miss them, and I'm bummed because here they're not scary. They're not like big scary things. Like they're like it's like. Ooh,
Well, I'm
that
afraid
was
of them.
fun. Really?
Yeah.
I have some people that are
Oh yeah. I run and I scream like a little girl.
really.
Yeah.
I had one in the United States. I was in Virginia eating. This is before I moved, so I don't know, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, and this lady like we're eating outside, and this lady all of a sudden stands up. She's like, "Earthquake!" She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So like, and I'm like,
You were to have an earthquake right now. Oh, you'll see me right out the door. I leave the podcast. I leave
we're
everything.
in a larger building, so yeah, I'd be out the door too. Like if I'm in my house or whatever, I don't know. No. So they've been okay.
All right. So again, Semana Santa, it will be from after the 11th of April
11th, yeah.
to the, what was it? Let me just verify. From the 11th, well, it actually starts on the 13th to the 20th.
But your crazy traffic travel people are going to be
From
out
the
on the
11th to the 20th.
to the 20th.
Yeah.
So just being aware of that, and everyone be safe. And Semana Santa changes every year, so like the week of it's just like Easter. So definitely check. Like so, even maybe you're not traveling right now, but if you're thinking about spring break or something of next year,
we didn't mention that from the States you celebrate Easter, right?
I think so.
Easter and the bunnies. Like
Yes.
I told on the
Easter bunnies
at the
Easter
end of the last
egg
episode,
hunts.
my house full of bunnies right
Yeah,
now.
Easter
Bunnies
egg hunt.
everywhere.
There's usually some activities for kids
Uh-huh.
like near where we
Oh,
live.
find the eggs.
Find the eggs, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's good. We do have some traditions that have carried over. But
Yes.
I hope you guys have a good Easter
Yes.
and be safe.
Be safe out there on the beach. Don't because it gets so crowded. Like don't be away from your family or from people that can see you.
Yeah, careful in the ocean.
Careful in the ocean. Don't get drunk. And enjoy Semana Santa.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Pura vida.
Esto fue una producción de La Resortera.